Hey everybody, and welcome back to Matchday 9 of Rocket Championship Season 4. I'm your host and cast Rider, and today we're gonna have one series only. It's gonna be Widom Kids versus Team Black Diamond. Even though it's gonna be one series only, but I'm really confident that the series is gonna deliver a lot of action. Widom Kids and Team Black Diamond are one of the best teams out there. Team Black Diamond, they are still on the second placement so far, and Widom Kids are showing a lot of potentials after getting their roster change. If you just look at their previous results, you're gonna see that they're having a lot of potential, but it's gonna be Terrarium getting the first goal and putting Widom Kids on the lead. A lot of space was given, and Peel with a really smooth passing play right there. Just maybe it didn't really require a lot, but that double commit, I believe it was like from the midfield. It just created that some kind of disadvantage for Team Black Diamond to concede a goal so early. It's going to be Acrotek with a shot from the midfield. It's going to be denied by Vladimir. And Acrotek, not to the best 15. Another passing play, Terrarium with a shot. That's going to be off the backboard. But Vladimir still pushing. It's going to be Acrotek. Just clearing this one away. It's going to be Frosty. Following this one up, it's going to be Terrarium. And just again a double commit. This time it's coming from Widom Kids. We're just only 1 minute in. We're seeing a bit of double commits from both sides. But however, Widom Kids are still on the lead so far. So I think they are still on some kind of advantage right there. It's going to be Vladimir again. He's trying to get a demo. He gets a demo, but again, still nothing really could be done right there. And Terrarium just booming this to the other corner, hoping something will happen. And Vladimir already airborne. He goes for the shot, but still off target. And Frosty tried to clear it away, but Terrarium just completely blocking this one. And it's going to be Frosty with another shot. And again, it's just going to be off target. We're seeing a lot of shots right now, but the shots are just completely lacking of accuracy. And just another double commit this time coming from Team Black Diamond in the defense. And just the defense looking really shaky for Team Black Diamond. And this is definitely not a good sign. We're only 2 minutes in, and we're seeing a lot of double commits. The Acrotek putting the ball to the corner. Brian with the follow on Terrarium. Just trying to push really hard and control the midfield. And another 50 from the corner. Just both teams right now seems to be trying to gain the momentum. We're not seeing a really good ball control. We're seeing some chances, but just nothing really threatening. And that was a really good chance for Widom Kids to even extend the lead. But it's just that delay on the shot, or just even in the offensive play overall, it just kind of gave the opponents even more time and space to recover and get back in the position. So we're still on that one goal for Widom Kids. And Frosty with the pass to Brian, and this one just few pixels away to be on target. That would have been so nice. They got the power in the shot, they get space as well, but again, it's just the accuracy wasn't really there. That could have been the moment that Team Black Diamond was looking for. And Pyril putting the ball to the corner. It's gonna be Acrotek. Just trying to clear it before it even gets close to danger. Now Frosty. He just has to play this one off and just barely any boost remaining. They still get the passing play going, and Brian putting the ball on target. Frosty just barely had enough boost, but he just managed to get a decent flick to get enough height, and Brian with a solid shot on target, just aiming very close to top corner, and the game gets tied up. Frosty is definitely one of the most important players for Team Black Diamond. This player always show off, whether if it's in defense or offense. He's just always there for the ball. We have seen it happening once they get to play against Carnos Esports, I believe last time. They just managed to absolutely dominate their opponents, but it seems like they're having a bit of a shaky start right there against Sweden Kids. So a couple of double commits and just that early goal. And Frosty just taps this one in. 37 seconds remaining and just Team Black Diamond, they managed to steal the lead at the last minute of the game. Raketa getting a really important touch to set this one up for his teammate, and Frosty goes in the air so quickly before anybody gets back right in time. Team Black Diamond, they're just slowly waking up. It is only one goal difference. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but time is just slowly ticking down. It's going to be another pass for Acrotech, but it just fails to put this one in. That could have been the final dagger. And another passing play going on by Team Black Diamond. And just the pressure keeps building on, and Frosty. 3-1. It just the passing plays. It doesn't seem to be stopping. No matter how good the defense is, just those passing plays and how close they were right in front of the box, it gives a little reaction time for the defenders out there. Especially if they go for a shot after shot. They just can barely keep up with the shots and the pressure as well. And that's going to be game one going for Team Black Diamond. They had a rough start for sure, but it seems like they picked it up later on, and that was pretty good. Like sometimes you get to rely on getting to adapt or like fix your mistakes later on. Just like okay, just maybe a rough game, and like maybe in game two or game three we just try to step up. But Team Black Diamond, they actually did it at the last minute. They were down by one goal only and managed to tie up the game and steal the lead. And there was like so little time for Widom Kids to even have a chance to tie up the game again. So now we're just preparing for game two. And Team Black Diamond, it seems like okay, they had a rough start, but still, I think Team Black Diamond are still on the right spot right there. I'm still gonna go with my predictions. I was like thinking of 3-1 for Team Black Diamond, or if anything else, it's gonna be a draw because both of the teams are really good and they are one of the best teams out there for sure. But it seems like Team Black Diamond, I don't think there's like gonna be any challenge for them yet. Like they have a rough start, but they managed to fix him up so early. It was all happening just in game one, and it seems like game one is very important. It just really helps you to stay confident and also positive that you're gonna be able to do it, especially after like being down by one goal and having a close game. It just like later on just managed to change everything up. It just like really boosts up your confidence. And this time we're not seeing an early goal. It's gonna be a pass to Acrotech. Never mind. It's gonna be a demo by Vladimir. As he was just waiting for the ball. It's gonna be paired with a shot, but it's gonna be denied by Frosty. And a huge miss in the defense for Team Black Diamond. They need a big clear right there. The ball is still stuck in their own half, and Terrarium with a fake, and somebody goes for a demo or a bump. Two of the players just completely ending up missing it. Frosty, he was looking so calm without even panicking. Two cars were just going ballistic at him. Yet he didn't even move an inch. And Terrarium putting the ball down. It's gonna be Pearl just maybe trying to get some kind of redirect or maybe even put the ball to the corner so it could be followed up by a teammate of his. It's gonna be Vladimir with a shot, but still, it's gonna be cleared. It is only getting closer and closer. Almost 2 minutes in, and we're completely scoreless. Widom Kids had more pressure in the offense for sure, but Team Black Diamond, they're still looking really calm. It's gonna be a huge demo and a bump as well. Frosty puts this one in. It just somebody was harassing the last defender as well. It was Brian. Brian just got a demo and also a bomb, just creating this kind of space and just letting Team Black Diamond to go on a lead. As I was just speaking, we're almost 2 minutes in without a single goal. And just Brian had something on his mind and Frosty with a booming shot. That play looked so clean. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a passing play to make it teamwork, but sometimes you can just get a bump or a demo. But it's gonna be an open net right there for Team Black Diamond. I'm not sure what is going on for Weedham Kids. They had a really good pressure, but it seems like everybody was completely committed and they forgot about the defensive rotation. So that was a welcoming shot for Team Black Diamond. And Terrarium getting to win the kickoff, but still it's gonna be cleared by Brian. Now Brian has to control. It's gonna be completely demolished by Pill. We're seeing a lot of defensive demos for Weedham Kids for sure. But right now they're just down by 2 goals. They can't really risk making any more mistakes, and they need to get something on target, and it's gonna be Acrotic. The placement, there was just no way you could save this one. Vladimir just tried to pinch the ball away, but just couldn't really get a solid pinch, and Acrotic was so quick to punish. 3-0 already for Team Black Diamond. Team Black Diamond, they're just looking really scary. They look so shaky in the beginning, but right now it's just like a whole different team, and it's gonna be Terrarium just putting the ball in and just like a bit of chaos in the defense. Like, okay, maybe it wasn't really the best 50, but Frosty didn't really get the best block, and it was also followed up by his teammate, but still, they couldn't really get anything done. So there was an absolute chaos in the defense, and Terrarium, he just like saw it coming and just didn't really want to let that chance to go to waste. They are already down by 3 goals, so you just really need to be pushing a bit harder in the offense, while also being really smart about your decisions. The Acrotic just trying to center the ball right there, and Terrarium with the pass to the midfield. It's gonna be a miss by Frosty and Peel, taking the shot so early, also getting harassed by the defender from Team Black Diamond. Just barely letting him take the shot at ease. Just really forced him to rush on his shot. That could also have been a goal for Weedham Kids, but still, it's just the physical plays and the aggression just really puts you on your nerves sometimes. It's gonna be Vladimir with 1v1 situation. He gets a demo. Can he put the ball in the terrain with a follow-up? But still, it's gonna be off target. That could have been a perfect moment for Weedham Kids. It was 1v1 situation. He just went for the demo. He got the demo, and there was his teammate for the follow, but I believe it was just the smoke that was completely blinding his teammate. And Brian just trying to slow things down. And Terrarium with a pass just off the ceiling. It's gonna be followed by Pearl. 0 boost remaining, just barely any choices to make right there. The pressure is just slowly building up, but Team Black Diamond, they're still looking really solid in the defense. They know how to slow things down and just not to panic and get solid clears. Sometimes they're not really afraid to slow things down. That's a sure thing. Sometimes it doesn't really have to be a speed play. Sometimes you just like have to kill the ball and just maybe bait a challenger or something. I mean, you're already on 2 goals lead and there's like barely any time remaining. So of course, killing time is something that you would naturally do. Just the last 5 seconds and kill. Just still trying to center the ball. The ball is still not killed, and Peel just trying to keep the ball up, and Frosty also with a follow. But game 2, again, it just goes for Team Black Diamond. They're just absolutely dominating right now. They're just looking really good, like in the defense or offense. They're just like not stopping. Like, look at the amount of shots by Weedham Kids, and look at the saves for Team Black Diamond. They are not just... You can't really break down Team Black Diamond's defense so easily. Maybe bumps and demos would do, but they just know how to slow things down, and they also know how to not to panic and just find each others and get some decent clears and transitions. So it is already 2-0 in this series for Team Black Diamond. And just two more games, and with them kids, they have no choice but to tie up the series. I mean, they had some kind of potentials at the beginning. They had that one goal lead against Team Black Diamond, and they did a really good job at not letting Team Black Diamond score. Just like they don't even have a chance to go in the offense. But right now they just have to do it, but a lot better because it seems like Team Black Diamond are just really shifting up the momentum. So it seems like they have already gained the control of every game basically. It's gonna be Aquatic just starting with an air dribble. Okay, maybe it wasn't that high of a dribble or anything, but it was an early shot, that is for sure. Aquatic managed to have enough boost to keep going and got that dunk later on. And Team Black Diamond, they're just starting with an early lead, just 5 seconds in, and there's one on the board. And Pearl just passing it to the corner. And again, it's gonna be denied, but still, Widom kids aren't really giving up on having that kind of aggression. Another passing play. Just seems to be a bit of confusion. Who should have received the pass right there? That was a clean pass, but still, again, just another double commit. This time it's gonna be up in the air for the shot. Not sure if they're just trying to look really aggressive or just it is a sign of being desperate to get something so quickly. There's still 4 minutes left. It is never too never too late for you to just try to be focusing at the game, because if you look at game 1, it was Widom Kids having that one goal lead, and at the last 1 minute, or like maybe at the last 50 or maybe even 40 seconds, the opposing team just they managed to tie up the game and also steal the lead. So even though you just went down uh, by one, like right after kickoff, like still you don't want to give up because there's still a lot of time remaining, and just one goal is nothing. If you manage to keep every game you played in very close, that is nothing. You can still have the potential. It's gonna be Brian. Just again seems like another open net for Team Black Diamond to shoot at. Brian just winning a very important challenge from the midfield. It just waits for the ball to be bouncing off the wall. He just goes for the follow, even though there was a defender in the back, but still, like, couldn't really get the save. He was just barely rotating back and just couldn't really get anything done. And Terrarium just having to clear this one away. It's gonna be Brian. And quickly followed up by Acrotech. That would have been a beautiful team play right there by Team Black Diamond. Another passing play, and Acrotech just gets a solid pinch off the corner, just bounces off the ceiling as well, but nobody was there to follow. Frosty, again, just another open net. What is going on with the defense for Widom Kids? They had a really good start, but it seems like they have already given up, especially like after that. It just like 5 seconds in, they get to concede a goal. It seems like that really affected their mindset, especially how they kept the games very close previously, but they didn't manage to win any of those games. And right now they just get to concede an early goal. It seems like it is so difficult to stay positive and keep up with the mindset. But it only makes the matter worse and worse because it was only one goal and now it is 3 goals with even less time remaining. It's just like halfway in. And you could even see that Team Black Diamond, they are not even pushing that hard anymore. They're just basically waiting for the mistake to happen. And just speaking of mistakes, there is just another open net by Widom Kids. Just Vladimir just tried to clear it, maybe, but he just didn't really end up getting the best touch. And that just ended up being a pass for his opponent. And Frosty, he was just so quick to put this one in. And another solid kickoff coming by Team Black Diamond, and Acrotech was also there for the follow, but still, they're just staying scoreless for now, but not anymore, just Frosty. This guy never stops. It's like if you make one mistake, Frosty's gonna be right in your face and just gonna be pushing you. Already 5-0. This is already crucial. We're still not even done. This is only game 3, by the way. An acrobatic. Maybe with the preflip just trying to get the read of the backboard, but still, no luck in that one. And Terrarium. Again, just trying to use the ceiling. It is really smart to actually use the ceiling to pass it down for your teammate, because mostly they're gonna be expecting you to use the walls, like shoot the ball at the wall and just wait for it to be bouncing sideways or something. But it seems like passing plays by using the ceiling, it seems like it is very underrated. We're seeing some attempts by Widom Kidz trying to use the ceiling, even though there's no luck, but still, they're just like trying to get away, to break down Team Black Diamond's defense and just trying to be maybe a bit more creative by just having more kind of passing plays, whether if it's like upfield or maybe up in the air. And because that's going to be the last minute right now for game number 3. Just already 2 players committed in the offense. It has to be Pearl having to play this one off. Now just Pearl just getting a fake right there. He was so close to the ball, but still, he just refused to touch the ball, and I think that was a huge moment right there. And also the double commit and panic from Team Black Diamond in the defense. It's kind of like they know that Vladimir was up to something. Or maybe Peel, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was Peel. But he was like, okay, I'm gonna leave the ball. I'm not even gonna touch it, because if they are expecting me to touch the ball, I'm not gonna do it. And that actually worked out. But hey, it is only opening it up for a Brazil. And 6-1 on the board, 38 seconds. And honestly, with this kind of like defense, like maybe this kind of mindset, I think it is very possible for Team Black Diamond to get to Brazil. It's just another opponent, but still it's gonna be Vladimir getting on the way. It's gonna be Acrotek with a shot. And just 2 players in the offense. They just seem to be really desperate to get that Brazil. And Frosty tried to get the touch, but he was a bit too high, but never mind. Acrotek was there to cover this one up, and they finally get the Brazil in game 3. Seems like they're just waiting for the timer to hit 0. But if you're not gonna be trying to step up in the defense at least and just keep killing the ball every time you're gonna see your opponent having a chance, they're still gonna keep scoring, and that's only gonna stretch the game for even a longer period. And you obviously don't want to have that, because you managed to keep the games very close, but right now it is a crucial fall for Widom Kidz. And just again, another game goes for Team Black Diamond. I don't think there's even a way of coming back right now. And it looks like somehow Widom Kidz managed to get at least one win. Like just there's like only one hope, is just get one win at least in the series. Otherwise, you're gonna get swept, and that's gonna be affecting you so hard when it comes to the standing, because we have already went like halfway in at Rocket Championship Season 4. So you can't really risk making any more mistakes. Like like you have definitely want to give it your best and just also maybe try not to concede so many goals. But Widom Kids are definitely having a hard time keeping up with the momentum. They did a really good job at the beginning. They look like they're gonna be having some kind of solid pressure or something like that. But Team Black Diamond, they managed to be bouncing back so hard at the last minute of game 1, and it's just like to this moment, it is not even stopping at all. So it's gonna be the last game of the series. Again, Team Black Diamond versus Widom Kidz. And here goes the kickoff. Again, just another early start for Team Black Diamond, but this one, nothing was on target. Necrotic just going for the shot. It's going to be off the backboard, and then also Frosty trying to get some insane angle right there. He's just still feeling really comfortable playing, knowing that at least they get 3 on the series, and it's gonna be Frosty the first to score in the last game, and just to ready him, just not in the best position, just having to cover this one up. He just had to half flip, and he just like again just didn't really get a solid touch in the defense. It just resulted in a really poor touch, and again just Frosty. Every time it just like somebody makes a mistake, Frosty is gonna be showing up. Just like I was saying earlier, just like every time you're gonna be making a mistake, Frosty is gonna be right in your in front of your face. And Vladimir with a booming shot that could have been in, but still, Widom Kids are staying scoreless right now. Again, they're just having their passing plays, but it just seems like the execution or like maybe the accuracy isn't really the best, and Frosty gets some kind of transition after that miss, and it's gonna be Acrotic putting this one in. 2-0 already in just 1 minute only. Again, just Team Black Diamond. They seem to be winning so many kickoffs, which already gives them a huge advantage every time there's just gonna be a kickoff. They're gonna be having an early chance to go for an offensive play. Frosty just leaving this one for his teammate. The communication is doing a really good job so far. And Pale with a shot, and this one just slips through the defense. I'm not sure what was going on. 2 defenders, both of them were very close. It didn't look like it was that scary or anything. Brian was coming off the wall, and also Frosty, but maybe Frosty was a bit just too high, just trying to, not to bump his teammate away, but it just went right between the defenders, and that's gonna be the first goal for Widom Kids. There's still some kind of hope for Widom Kids to at least tie up the game. They just need to get one more goal, and if they actually get it, it's gonna be a moment for them to stay confident again, but never mind, it's gonna be Brian. This time it's not gonna be Frosty. Okay, Frosty gets a pass for sure, and Pale with a backflip in the defense, but Brian, he just comes in with a punishment because of another defensive mistake by Widom Kids. This time it's gonna be Widom Kids winning the kickoff. Frosty with a lot of space to go for passing plays, and Brian putting this one in 4-1 on the board. It's just like again, like game 3. It's just like they have already given up. This is definitely not a good sign at all. Because there's like 3 minutes left, and honestly that's gonna be a lot for Team Black Diamond. We have seen what they're capable to do, and it's gonna be Brian again, just 5-1. And just right off the kickoff. It's just like, it's not even stopping. They're just farming goals right now. And for Widom Kids, they just can't wait for the timer to hit 0 again. Kinda like game 3, and it's gonna be another miss, and Brian again. What is really going on there? It's just like they had a solid chance at the beginning, but that was a tragic ending. They had so much potentials. But after like getting 2 losses in the series, knowing that they can't really win, it's just like, if anything else, it's gonna be a draw. It seems like that affected them a lot. This time we're seeing lots of misses. Seems like nobody's even trying anymore. Same for Team Black Diamond. I mean, they are already winning, so I don't think they even need to try anymore. They could just go for passing plays maybe, or just maybe even farm some goals to help and maybe boost themselves when it comes to goals differential in the standings. Not sure if that's going to be helping them a lot, but they're already in the second placement, and they're still in a safe space, honestly. But unless they're just trying to get some clips or anything else like that. And finally, a minute passes where nobody gets a score. It's just gonna be in 2 seconds. Alright, yeah, finally, it is a minute where it passes and nobody gets a score. So it has to be done again and twice because there's like 2 minutes left on the clock. So with them kids, at least you want to avoid the Brazil. Since you have already lost it, well, at least avoid the last goal, which is going to be resulting in the Brazil. It's going to be Frosty. Again, just trying to get those passing plays, even if it's going to be back or anything like that. And you could even tell from their positioning, they're just kind of letting go of the ball, just maybe not even trying anymore because they really want to kill the ball and also kill some time. So their job is already over here. Like they're definitely gonna be walking away with a sweep for all in this series. So there is no point in trying. And oh, what happened right there? Just Frosty saving his shot, saving his teammate shot. Excuse me. And that could have been the Brazil that they were like maybe trying to get in the last game. Seems like Frosty is playing for a different team right now. It is an absolute chaos. And just accurate goes for a shot. Brian gets a pass going, and they finally get the Brazil at the last 87 seconds. And okay, like, are they gonna be happy right now? Because I'm not sure that's gonna be making them stop scoring. They got the Brazil earlier, and right now it happened again. So maybe a team like Diamonds would have to stop scoring. The last 30 seconds, and it's gonna be Pale with a pass from the upfield, but still it's gonna be cleared away. And now Vladimir just like Ether is trying to get a goal, so it won't be 7-1 anymore. But it seems like it's gonna be ending up with the Brazil still. The last 10 seconds. So Team Black Diamond, they did an insane job at fixing up their mistakes like in real time. This is something really impresses me. So Team Black Diamond, well, congrats for them. I mean, they got a sweep. They put a lot of effort to fix their mistakes from the beginning. We have seen them having a shaky start, but later on, it's just like at the last minute of the game one, they just managed to make the comeback and they kept holding on the momentum. So that was pretty good. But for Freedom Kids, they had a lot of potentials, but it seems like they were so quick to give up. So this is the only series for today. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in Sunday. And once again, I've been Ryder, and I hope you guys have a good day. See you guys later.